Hi there. Welcome to the very first class of Very Good Yoga with Billy. My name is Billy, and for today's practice, all you're going to need is 2 blocks for class. But that being said, if you're practicing at home or somewhere where you just don't have access to blocks, you could use a full water bottle, you could use a stack of books. There's so many different things you can use. And if you don't have any of those things, it's not a big deal. Let's get started. Let's lie down on our backs and find a Supta Baddha Konasana with the legs. So you'll bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out wide. And if you're anything like me, and this is a little too much too soon, what I would recommend is that you place blocks right underneath the knees and outside of your thighs. Close your eyes and begin to bring a little bit more awareness into the breath. Every inhale fills up the belly, the ribs, the shoulders, the crown of the head. Every exhale, what could you let go and where could you soften? So we begin to increase the awareness in the breath. Now obviously, we are here physically, but mentally is a whole other story. So focusing on the breath to pull you into your practice. And take a few more rounds here. Keeping the mouth closed, inhaling and exhaling specifically through the nose. Slowly begin to place your hands outside of your thighs and begin to collect your knees into the belly and into your chest. Take a few rocks up and down the length of your spine and meet me in a neutral tabletop facing the front of the room. So you'll stack your shoulders over the wrists and the hips directly over the knees. And even though we are in a tabletop, do the work of plank pose in the upper body. Press your palms down and roll your biceps forward. Using your pelvis on your next inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, and look forward. Exhale, press the floor away as you round the spine, drop your head and tailbone down. Twice more, use your pelvis on inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine, press the floor away. Last one, full breath in. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine. Inhale is cow pose. Tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips up and back. And most likely from that tabletop position to this downward facing dog position, you'll have to go a little bit longer with your stance. Bend into the right knee, melt your left heel down towards the floor. And then switch sides, bend into the left knee and melt your right heel down. And on your own, begin to get a few more rounds just like that. Bending into the knee, lengthening the heel down to the floor. So you're waking up to the backs of the calves, the hamstrings, and maybe even your hips. Settle down into your stillness. Look forward and take a stroll as you heel toe your way into a forward fold at the very top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up high. See the palms touch. Bring your hands to prayer at the heart. Tadasana, arms are by your sides. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, open your twist to the right. Reach your right arm back, but your left arm forward. Pause here. Stretch the palms away from one another. And notice if you took the right hip with you, square up your hips with the front of the room. So right hip is forward, outer left hip back. Inhale, right arm down, right arm forward, both arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and find an interlace at the lower back. If this interlace is too much too soon, grab a strap or maybe a towel. Inhale, the knuckles low, the heart and the chest will lift. Exhale, bow and fold. Rinse out through your shoulders. Bend into your knees until your belly touches your thighs. And then keep the interlace with your hands, but reach your knuckles forward. Inhale into your shoulders. Forward fold is the out breath. Hands will frame your feet. Inhale, flat back. Crown of the head forward. Exhale, step the left foot long and back and find an active runner's lunge. So stay up on tented fingertips. Don't move your feet, but try to squeeze them together like you're going to scrunch the yoga mat underneath you. And wrap the outer right hip in. Inhale, reach the heart and the chest forward. Step back, downward facing dog. Right foot is next to your left foot. Inhale, look forward, shift forward into your plank pose. And let's take one gym push-up. So chest to depth, elbows out wide, come back up into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower back to the belly, lower back to the floor. Untuck your toes. Come up onto tented fingertips and walk your hands just a little left and right off the mat onto the hardwood floor. Inhale, find the back bend, however high or low as you would like. Exhale to lower. Do that again. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, lower. Hands are by your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Press your way up into plank pose. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Press down to the inner palm, the thumb and the index finger, but firm the outer shoulders in. Full breath in. On empty, look forward, bend the knees, and make your way to a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up high. See the palms touch. Bring your hands to prayer at the heart. Tadasana, arms are by your sides. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open your twist to the left. Reach the left arm back, but the right arm forward. Stretch the palms away from one another. And continue to keep your hips squared with the front of the room. Left hip forward, outer right hip back. Inhale, left arm down, left arm forward, both arms high. Exhale, cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together and find an interlace at the lower back with the opposite thumb on top. So your grip should feel a little funky here. Inhale, the knuckles low, the heart and chest lift. Exhale, bow and fold. Bring your belly to your thighs and rinse out through your shoulders. Keep the interlace. Continue to reach your knuckles forward towards the front of the room. Full breath in. Forward fold is the out breath. Hands will frame your feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot long and back and find this active runner's lunge. Keep your hands on the floor on tented fingertips. Squeeze the feet together like you could scrunch the yoga mat underneath you. Outer left hip firms in. Heart and chest lengthens forward. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot next to your right foot. Inhale, look forward, shift forward into your plank pose. And then take one gym push-up, elbows out wide, chest touches the floor, and come back up into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down to the belly, lower back down to the floor. Untuck your toes. Come up onto tented fingertips and walk your hands just a little left and right off the mat onto the hardwood floor. Inhale, find your back bend. Again, however high or low as you would like. Exhale, lower. Do that again. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, lower, hands are by your shoulders, tuck your toes, press up into plank pose. Downward facing dog, lift the hips up. Bring your feet a little closer together and lift the right leg up into a three-legged dog. Flex with the right foot, turn out your toes, and on an inhale, bend the right knee to open up the hip. Press evenly between your two hands on the floor. So notice if you got light with the right hand and get wide across the upper back. Straighten out the right leg, square up your hips, take a full inhale. Exhale, twist, right knee taps your left elbow. Three-legged dog, take a full breath in. Exhale, knee in between the elbows. Heel, toes, step your right foot forwards and find a low lunge. Lower the back left knee down, and as you inhale, reach the arms up high. Assisted open twist to the right. Reach your right arm back, but then place the back of your left hand outside of the right thigh. Keep your chin in line with your center. And if you're looking to deepen this twist, press the right leg into the left hand and the left hand into the right thigh. Inhale, reach your right arm down, right arm forward, both arms up. Forward fold is the out breath. Hands find the floor. Step your back foot up to meet your front foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. One inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up high. See the palms touch. Exhale, fold right back down. Forward fold is release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the left foot long and back. Runner's lunge. Inhale. Downward facing dog is the exhale. Step your right foot next to your left foot. Inhale, look forward, shift forward, plank pose. Chaturanga is the out breath, lower halfway. Inhale, find your back bend, upward facing dog. Biceps are forward, triceps are wrapping back. Use your belly on an out breath. Downward facing dog, lift the hips up high. Bring your feet a little closer together and lift the left leg up into a three-legged dog. Flex through the foot, turn out the toes, and on an inhale, bend the left knee to open up the hip. Press your palms evenly into the floor and wrap the outer right hip back, so finding length through both sides of the waist. Strongly and energetically, straighten out the left leg, square up your hips, inhale. Exhale, twist left knee to the right elbow. Three-legged dog, take a full inhale. Exhale, knee in between the elbows. Heel toe, step your left foot forward like you are walking. Low lunge, lower the right knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Assisted open twist to the left. Place the back of the right hand outside of the left thigh and reach the left arm back. To deepen your twist, press the left leg into the right hand and the right hand into the left thigh. Inhale, left arm down, left arm forward, both arms up. Inhale, low lunge. Forward fold is the exhale. Step your back foot up to meet your front foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up high. See the palms touch. Exhale, fold right back down. Forward fold is release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot long and back. Runner's lunge, inhaling. Downward facing dog is the out breath. Step your left foot next to your right foot. Inhale, look forward, shift forward to plank pose. Chaturanga is the out breath, lower halfway. Inhale to your back bend, upward facing dog, thighs are lifted, gaze is forwards. Downward facing dog, send the hips up and back. Okay. So we'll do one round of a sun B. And what I want you to emphasize, what I want you to focus on when we move is go at the pace of your own breath and not necessarily my verbal cueing. So one breath, one movement. Take a full breath in. On empty, look forward, bend the knees, make your way to a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend into the knees, lift the heart and the chest up high. Look forwards, bring your hands to prayer at the heart. Come all the way up to stand, Tadasana. Arms are by your sides. Here we go. Inhale, chair pose. A forward fold is the out breath. Inhale, flat back, prepares you for chaturanga. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale is your back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale is your downward facing dog. Ground your left heel down. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, chaturanga. Ride the out breath to the bottom of the push-up. So when you come up, exhale any more. Inhale to your back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale is your downward facing dog. Right heel is down. Left foot is forwards. Warrior one. Inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. At the bottom of your exhale, inhale to back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale is your downward facing dog. Breathing here for 3. For 2. Inhale. Empty, look forward, bend the knees, make your way to a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend into the knees, lift the heart and the chest up high. This time look forward, bring your hands to prayer at the heart, and prayer twist to the right. Connect the left elbow outside of the right thigh. Press your feet evenly into the floor as you bend into your knee. And some of you might stay here, but if you'd like to open up the arms, place your left hand on the floor, a block or whatever you have for a prop, so that the left hand can touch down on something. Make sure that your left hand is down on the floor, so that when you press the left hand down, you can lift across the chest and reach the right arm up into the ceiling. In order to go up, we have to press something down. Inhale, chair pose. A forward fold is the out breath. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the left foot long and back and come into a runner's lunge. Reach the left arm forward like you're about to shake someone's hand and take a full breath in. Warrior two is the out breath. Come all the way up to stand. And right away, straighten out the front right leg. Setting up for triangle pose. If you're going to shorten your stance, it's 1 or 2 heel toes with the back left foot. Shift your hips back, triangle pose. Place your hand on your shin, your foot, or maybe a prop outside of the front right leg. I'm not a big fan of the hand inside of the front foot because then your butt tends to stick out and your shoulders collapse. Reach the left arm up into the ceiling so your chest is essentially sideways with the floor. 2 more breaths. The outer right hip wraps back. The inner right thigh is rolling forward. Inhale. Warrior two is the exhale. Come up to stand. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale is your back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale is your downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Mouth is sealed, full breath out. Bring your feet a little closer together and lift the right leg up into a 3-legged dog. Keep the right leg straight and flex with the right foot like you leave a footprint on the back wall. As you melt your left heel down lower, inhale, lift the right leg up higher. Exhale, twist. Right knee to the left elbow. Shoot the foot through, fall in triangle pose, reach the left arm up into the ceiling. If you want to modify this, take a supported side plank instead with the right knee down on the floor. Otherwise, as you kick your right foot forward, draw the right thigh bone back into its socket. So it's like that right leg is going in two separate directions. On an inhale, swing the top left arm forward. Exhale, left hand down. Step your right foot forward to your right thumb. Standing split, kick your left leg up into the air. Like I said before, in order to go up, we have to press something down. Press your right foot down to lift the standing thigh bone up, and find a point at the back of the mat to focus on with the eyes. One more inhale. Forward fold is the exhale. Step the left foot down to meet your right foot. Second side, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Here we go. Last one. Inhale, chair pose. Bend into the knees. Lift the heart and the chest up. Look forwards, hands to prayer at your heart. Twist to the left. Right elbow connects outside of the left thigh. Press your feet evenly into the floor as you bend into your knees. And again, option to stay here. But if you'd like to open up the arms, right hand finds floor, maybe a block, or whatever you're using for a prop here today. Press the right hand down to lift across the chest and to reach the left arm higher into the ceiling. Inhale, chair pose. Forward fold is the exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot long and back, runner's lunge. Reach the right arm forward like you're going to shake someone's hand. Inhale. Warrior two is the exhale. Come all the way up to stand and right away straighten out the front left leg. If you're going to shorten the stance, it's just one or two heel toes. So all in all, it should be one leg's distance between your 2 feet on the floor. Shift your hips back. Trikonasana triangle pose. Place your hand on your shin, your foot, or a prop outside of the front leg. Reach the right arm up into the ceiling. Your shoulders are stacked. Your outer left hip wraps back and your inner left thigh is rolling forward. Last few breaths. Inhale. Warrior two is the exhale. Come up to stand. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale your back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale is your downward facing dog. Please lift the left leg up into a three-legged dog. Now again, keep your left leg straight. Flex the foot like you could leave a footprint on the back wall. Melt the right heel lower to the floor, and on your next inhale, lift higher through the inner left thigh. Exhale, twist. Left knee, right elbow. Shoot the foot through, fall in triangle pose. The right arm lifts up into the ceiling. And if you're modifying, just lower the left knee down instead so you're in a supported side. If you're in fall in triangle pose, kick your left foot forward, but at the same time, draw the left thigh bone back into its side. Inhale the right arm forward. Exhale, right hand down. Step your left foot forward to your left thumb. Standing split. Kick the right leg up into the air. Press the left foot down to lift the standing thigh bone up. And keep your gaze somewhere near the back of the mat. One more inhale. Forward fold is the exhale. Step your right foot down to meet your left foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, bring your feet completely together to touch. Separate the knees and thighs out wide and meet me in a baby malasana. So this is actually real malasana, and somewhere along the way it became the baby variation. And you might stay here. But if you would like to catch a bakasana crow pose, plant your palms about shoulders width distance apart. Come up high onto the balls of your feet and place the knees on the backs of your triceps. Look forward. Lean forward, and maybe you can pluck your toes off the floor. Press the palms down like you can move the yoga mat underneath you. And hug the elbows and the forearms in. Maybe, what if I asked you to shoot back and land chaturanga? Either way, move through vinyasa. Whether you step to plank and lower that way. Meet me back in downward facing dog. And then let's go ahead and drop the knees. And find a child's pose. Or if you'd like, you may stay seated on the shins with your eyes closed like me. Smooth and steady breath. If you set an intention or a mantra, bring that to the forefront of your mind. Noticing the quality of the breath, maybe noticing if there's any sweat between you and your clothing. So we'll do one more piece of standing flow, and then we'll have a really sweet cool down. This next flow will essentially add on to what we've done so far. So plant your palms, tuck your toes, and please lift the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Please just step your right foot as far forward as you can and come up into warrior two. You don't have to do a three-legged dog. Just step the right foot forward. Reach the index fingers away from one another and soften through your shoulders. Lower the right thigh bone down into the floor. Inhale, reverse. Extended side angle with the right hand outside of the right foot and the left arm reaching forward towards the front of the room. If you take a really long warrior two, then go a little shorter in your stance. And if you want a modification, put a block or a prop underneath your right hand or place your forearm on your thigh. But just be careful. If you are putting your forearm on your thigh, try not to put that much weight into it so it's fairly light. 2 more breaths. Lean your left shoulder back and carve the outer right hip underneath you. Reach the left arm up into the ceiling. Look down at the floor, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Walk your right hand forward to the floor or possibly a block. Remember all the things that we did in triangle pose and do them here. Your shoulders are sideways with the floor. Flex with the left foot, like you can leave a footprint on the back wall, and roll the inner left side back, so your left toes will actually turn slightly down. Inhale to lengthen. Warrior two is the out breath. Step the left foot long and back. Inhale, warrior two. Runner's lunge into a 3-legged dog. Lift the right leg up and back. Flex the right foot. Turn out your toes on an inhale. Bend the right knee to open up your hip. Exhale, twist. Right knee, left elbow. Shoot the foot through and come into a fallen triangle pose. Again, if you want a modification, lower the right knee down. But if you want a little bit more, Hover the right foot up and off the floor. So the only points of contact between you and the mat is the right palm and the inner left foot. Come into your breath for 5, 4, 3. For 2, put your left hand down. Step your right foot forward. Pyramid pose. Shorten your stance a lot, and ground down through the back left foot. So it's roughly 3 feet between your 2 feet on the floor. And if you're having a hard time keeping the back left heel down, go shorter in your stance. Okay. Grab just one block and place it either inside or outside of the front left foot. Or excuse me, front right foot. Grab a block and place it either inside or outside of the front right foot. And then place your left hand on the block and your right thumb into your right hip crease. So we're gonna set up for a revolved triangle pose. And what I would like you to do is manually push your right hip back with your right hand. And keeping your right hand on the body, inhale, flat back. Exhale, twist. Turn your chest to face the right side of the room. And now, if it's appropriate, reach the right arm up into the ceiling. In order to go down, in order to go up, you have to press something down. Do the work of a side plank in your left hand to lift across the chest and to reach the right arm up into the ceiling. Last few breaths. Feet are pressing down. Thigh bones are pressing out. Inhale. Pyramid pose is the exhale. Bring both hands down to frame the front right foot. Runner's lunge. Bend into the right knee. Flip up the back left heel. Standing split. Kick your left foot up into the air. Now a few options here. You might stay with the standing split. If you want, maybe you hold on to the right calf with 1 or 2 hands. Option number 3, feel free to take 3 to 5 L-shaped hops. Your gaze is in between the thumbs. You'll take a full breath in, empty, bend into the right knee, and maybe get a little bit of hang time here today. For 5, 4, 3, for 2, forward fold on 1. Step your left foot down to meet your right foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga, vinyasa, or option 2, skip it. We'll meet back in a downward facing dog with the hips up and back. Come back into the breath there. Last side. Step your left foot and come up into your warrior 2. Turn the right toes in and up the mat. Lift out of the waist, but soften through your shoulders. Inhale, reverse. Left hand outside of the left foot, extended side angle, reach the top right arm forward. Put more weight into the back right foot and press the left leg into the left arm. Lean your right shoulder back, turn the chest up into the ceiling, and take 2 more steady breaths. Reach the right arm up into the ceiling, look down at the floor. Half moon pose. Walk your left hand forwards and float the back right leg up and onto the floor. Keep leaning the right shoulder back and reach the right arm up into the ceiling. Imagine that something or someone is pulling you up into the air. Last few breaths. Right foot is flexed and right thigh is rolling back. Inhale. Warrior 2 is the exhale. Step the right foot long and back. Inhale, reverse. Runner's lunge to a 3-legged dog. The left leg lifts up and back. Flexing the foot, turn out your toes. Inhale, bend the knee to open up your hip. Exhale, twist, left knee, right elbow. Shoot the foot through. Fall in triangle pose, reach the right arm up into the air. And then option to stay here. But if you would like a little bit more, hover the left foot off of the floor. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Put your right hand down. Step your left foot forward. Pyramid pose. Shorten your stance a lot. Ground down to the back right heel and find your breath. So I didn't cue this on the first side. Make sure there's a little bit of space in between your 2 feet. Imagine that there is a line going down the center of the mat, and your left foot is a little off to the left, but your right foot is a little off to the right. Grab one of your blocks and place it either inside or outside of the front left foot. Place your right hand on the brick. Your left thumb and your left hip crease pause. Manually press the left hip back with your left hand. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, twist. Turn your chest to face the left side of the room. And if it's appropriate, reach the left arm up into the air. Press the right hand down to lengthen more across your chest and to reach the left arm higher into the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Inhale. You are out of there. Pyramid pose is the exhale. Runner's lunge. Rebend into the left knee. Flip up the back right heel. Standing split. Kick the right leg up and into the air. Choices are stay with standing split. Hold on to the back of your left leg, or if you would like to take 3 to 5 L-shaped handstand hops. Look forward, take a full breath in. On the exhale, bend into your standing leg and try to get a little bit of hang time here today. For 5, 4, 3, for 2, forward fold on 1, step your right foot down to meet your left foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Vinyasa, take it back, downward facing dog. And then we'll meet in one more child's pose. Drop your knees either together or hips width distance apart. If you don't know what hips width distance apart looks like, take your 2 fists in between your knees. So that's hips width distance apart. Walk your hands forward and place your forehead down on the mat. It's not wrong if you go wide with your knees. I know a lot of yoga teachers like to use that cue, but what ends up happening is it creates more of an arch and more of a back bend in your spine, versus if your knees are closer together, it'll create more support when your ribs can actually rest on your thighs. Okay. This is not going to be the smoothest transition we're going to do today in class, but we're going to make our way onto our backs. What I would like you to do is bring your feet forwards and your head, neck, and shoulders behind you. So we'll set up for our back bends from here today. Bring your feet close enough to your butt so when you reach with the hands, you can grace the Achilles with your fingertips. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart and the chest up high. Bridge pose. Press your feet down to lift your hips off of the floor. Snuggle the shoulders underneath you. And if you would like, find the interlace with your hands at the lower back. Press your feet down forward like you could slide the yoga mat out from underneath you. And lift the chin away from the chest. Inhale. Exhale, lowers the upper back, the middle back, the lower back, the hips, and eventually the tail. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart and the chest up high. Bridge pose, the feet press down to lift the hips up. And then option to stay here, but if you'd like to take a wheel pose, take your hands wide over your face and come up slow. Come onto the crown of your head first. Look at your elbows. Make sure that they're over the forearms and hug them in. Eventually, without moving your feet, straighten out through your arms. So the inner knees are reaching forward. The heart is lifting up and back, regardless if you took bridge or wheel. Take 5 more breaths here. On an exhale, lower the upper back, the middle back, the lower back, the hips, and the tail. We'll do one more back bend. You could take bridge, you could take another wheel. If you would prefer to take a supported back bend, take a supported back bend. But really find the one you're the most excited about. I'll walk you through and up to a wheel pose. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart and the chest up high. Bridge pose, feet press down to lift your hips up. If you're going through a wheel, come up slow, hands go wide in front of your face, come up onto the crown of the head first. And eventually straighten it out through the arm. Deep breaths all in all. Now on your 8th exhale. With control, we'll come back to the floor. Reach your arms out left and right to a T if you have the space for it. Keep your knees bent. Step your feet out wide and knock your knees together to touch. Close the eyes and reset the breath. Hug your knees into your belly and into your chest. Take a few rocks up and down the length of your spine. And we're going to bring the right leg into pigeon pose. Bring the right knee outside of your right wrist and the right foot in front of the left thigh. Before you fold, look at your back left leg and make sure that the left leg is in line with your left hip. And then walk your hands forward and fold. We'll only be here for about a minute, roughly 10 rounds of breath, so not too long today. Settle down into your hip opener. And if this hurts your knee, maybe you're someone with ACL, MCL issues, in which case, take a figure 4 on your back. Relax through your shoulders, your face, and your jaw. And continue to follow the breath up and down the back of your spine. Full breath in. And exhale, come up onto your hands. Sit down on your right hip. Swing your back left leg around and forwards, but your right leg behind you, so coming into your pigeon pose on the second side that way. Set up your stance well. Left knee is closer to the outer edge of the mat than it is to the center of the mat. Walk your hands forward and fold. 1 minute starts now. Trying to resist the urge to fidget. Imagining that with every exhale, somehow your hips could become heavier and heavier, melting down into the floor. Maybe the eyes are closed. The face is soft. Full breath in. On the exhale, come up onto your hands. Sit down on your left hip. Swing both of your legs around and forward. And we'll set up for a seated forward fold. Bring the legs together and flex through your feet a lot. And you could sit up on a blanket. Otherwise, just grab the fleshy parts of your butt so we can better root the sits bones into the floor. With a fairly flat back, walk your hands forward and fold. Maybe you just keep your hands on the floor outside of your ankles and your shins. Or if you want more, grab on for your toes, or maybe your heels, depending on what you're looking for here today. Allow the head and neck to be heavy. Lift out of the waist and press the bottoms of the shoulder blades forwards into your chest and into your heart. So even though we are in a forward bend, we're also trying to find a back bend while we're here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, come up into your seat. We'll make our way into Shavasana. Make your way all the way onto the floor. Of course, if there is anything that I have not offered you here today that your practice is not complete without, take these last few moments of class for yourself. Maybe it's a happy baby. Maybe a plow or Vipriya Karani. Finishing out whatever it is you might be working on. Taking a final scan of the body. Inhale, fills up the belly, the ribs, the shoulders, the crown of the head. Hold and pause at the top. Open up the mouth. Exhale is release. No more work. No more effort. Shavasana. Start to invite some smaller movements back into the body. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, the hands, and eventually the feet. Slowly begin to bend into your knees, step your feet down onto the floor. Hug the knees into the belly and into your chest. Keeping the eyes closed and using as little effort as possible, please make your way up into a comfortable seat, facing the front, or wherever your laptop, or wherever you're watching this from. Sitting up tall, spine, noticing any shifts, any changes since we began our practice here today. And to seal in our practice, please bring your hands to a prayer position at your heart. Guiding the thumb knuckles up and into your sternum. Invite a full breath in. Open up the mouth, exhale to release. Please join me for one sound of Om. Inhale. Thumb knuckles to third eye center. Thank you for sharing your practices with me. Go in peace. Namaste. Thank you very much, yogis. That is it for today. Thank you for joining me for the first ever very good yoga class with Billy. My name is Billy. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to post below. Hit subscribe, or don't, but please do. And that's it for today, you guys. Namaste, everybody.